Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to apply a polyurethane finish to a piece of wood. First thing you want to do is, before you poly it, if you want to stain it, then you want to do that before the clear coat, the polyurethane. Make sure you're using an oil-based stain. They do make water-based stain, which is easier for cleanup because you don't need paint thinner, because it's water-based, so it dissolves in water. But oil-based is going to last a lot longer. It's not going to fade. So if you're going to stain, make sure you do that. Also, if you're using any kind of soft wood like pine, you want to use a pre-stained wood conditioner. It'll make your stain look a lot nicer. Minwax makes a nice product that it works very well. Okay, so if you already have your stain down, then what you want to do, you can grab some polyurethane. This is spar urethane, basically the same thing. I also have this polyurethane, and you can also buy polyacrylic, which is basically a polyurethane that's water-based, so it's easier for cleanup. But I'm going to be using this spar urethane, which is basically polyurethane today. It's oil-based, so you're going to need paint thinner for cleanup, which I'll show you how to do that at the end. So take your paint can opener here and open it like you would any can of paint. Most polyurethanes, or if not all polyurethanes, come pre-mixed, so unlike paint, you don't have to stir them. You want to make sure you don't shake it either, or else it'll get bubbles and it won't make a nice smooth finish. I already put one coat on here. So what you're going to do after you do one coat is the grain is going to soak up the polyurethane, and the grain's going to really raise up. It's going to feel rough. So I have this piece of 400 grit sandpaper. You can use anything that's around like 220 grit. This 400 is the closest thing I had. That works better, even a little bit, because it makes it a lot smoother. So you just want to lightly sand your piece until you can feel it and it's smooth. You don't want to sand it too much, or it'll take off the whole first coat. So after it feels nice and smooth, take a rag and just wipe off the loose dust, so that's not caught under your second coat. And then just take a brush and dip it in your polyurethane. Make sure you don't get too much, because you don't want drips all around. And just lightly brush it on. Don't take too much at a time. You only take as much as you need. And a nice even coat on. Make sure you get all the edges. And make sure you also go with the grain, because the brush marks are going to show up at the end if you don't go with the grain. It's going to show up going across the grain, and it's not going to look good. So after you do that, that's basically all you need to do the finish. I usually only do 2 coats. You can do really as many as you want. It helps sand in between coats because it makes it real smooth. Just make sure you take your lid and put it back on real tight. I just press it on because there's really no need to hammer this on. That should be fine now. And then you want to take a bowl, any bowl that you pretty much that you don't want to use for any kind of food or anything you want to put in it to eat or drink. Take some paint thinner, which is really cheap. It's probably about $1 for this whole can of it at your local hardware store. Pour some in here, just enough so that you can clean your whole brush, and then just brush it around. Try to get all the polyurethane out of it, and then kind of drip it off and take a rag, wipe it off, and then let that dry out in the sun, and also let this dry out in the sun. Don't dump it out in a sink. That's gonna spoil your water. It's gonna make it unsafe to drink. So what you want to do is just let it sit out and evaporate. so that everybody stays healthy and safe. So I'm just going to leave this out here, let that evaporate. Once that's done evaporating, you keep the bowl for future projects. Do the same thing with it, put paint thinner in it. This piece is pretty much done once it dries. Usually want to let it dry for about 24 hours. That's the time that I usually let it dry for. So that's basically all you need to know to put on a nice polyurethane finish on your piece of wood. Thanks for watching.